What's up? Can you hear me? I think you can. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, looks like it's working now. Let me mute this other computer real quick. Let's see. How do I do it? From one... Okay, whatever, I can't do it. Hey, what's up? So today is number 12 live stream for porting over Circuit Dude in Pascal to the Palm Pilot. So if you're just starting to join us, I see there's a few new people here, including my friend Joe. Hi, Joe. And basically what I've been doing is porting over Circuit Dude, a game for the Ardu Boy that's in C++, and I would say more like recreating it from scratch. Just kind of looking at the code, glancing here and there to kind of get a extra... My cat's making a weird noise like he's going to throw up. Basically using it as a guide to, guide or remake or whatever you want to call it. And we're at the point now where we're implementing UI after basic game logic is finished. There's going to be a pretty big deviation here between the Ardu Boy version, of course, because the Ardu Boy version can use or doesn't have access to like basic UI functionality built in, like operating system level UI stuff. So the Palm Pilot does. My cat was actually licking these sandals. Okay. Very, very loudly. I don't know if you could hear it, but it was distracting to me. Okay. Anyway, so let's go ahead and jump back into it. But, before we start, underneath me is my Twitter account, twitter.com/crate. Whenever I go live, I post on there. Usually it's every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 7:30 Texas time, which is Central Standard Time. I don't know what that translates for you, but I try to be here on time. Today was 10 minutes late, but generally around that time. And if you don't get to finish watching all of the stream for whatever reason, all the VODs and all the replay can be found on youtube.com/crate right under there. And of course, there's also twitch.com/thecrate. I'm also simultaneously casting to Mixer still until Mixer goes away, and I have no idea when that's going to be, so I'm not advertising it though, so it'll be a little secret. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got so far. So the emulator's up, and you open up Circuit Dude, it's got a little credit right here, and it tells you what platforms, of course, you can get it for, which is Switch, coming soon, Android, Ardu Boy, iOS, and Steam. And then you get to the main menu. Somebody had the great idea of putting black behind the menu, which was... It took us a little bit of time to figure out how to do that properly without drawing over the UI elements. But now that we've got that down, I think when you click play, I want to do a similar strategy for the level previews. I kind of want to put like a black box behind it. And I was thinking about it. We implemented the static map function, and we skipped over the blank spaces. They don't actually have any black drawn there, but I think we want to go back and re-implement those, because the whole reason for getting rid of them was to save calculation and save CPU cycles and stuff. But really, I don't think it's going to save us a whole lot of time, because as the levels get more complex, there's less and less blank spaces. And yeah, it just doesn't seem like it would be worth it, especially when we implemented the static map drawing function and the dynamic map update function separately. So I think we'll do that today too. And then, of course, if you click play on this level select screen, nothing actually happens. It isn't implemented. So we need to implement that. And I think going from this screen, this is going to be a very similar screen to the level editor screen. So we'll copy this over, and we'll probably figure out a way to implement the basic editor screen too at some point. And it'll be a copy of whatever this screen leads to as well. So I think the very first thing we should do is open up our sticky notes from last time and just kind of write some of those things in. I'm going to delete a lot of this because it's been so long since we implemented that. And I'm not sure if you're able to see that, if you're able to see the text or not, but we also need to implement the temperature gauge, but that takes some drawing and stuff in Photoshop, and I don't know if you guys are interested in watching me do that in the stream or not, so just let me know if seeing me do stuff in Photoshop is interesting. So we need to do the, one second, editor level selection, screen, and we need to do the blank spaces, maybe do a black rectangle around level, and gameplay screen. The gameplay screen too was already implemented when we were using NS Basic, so we can actually copy over the button layout and stuff that they have there, because I like the size of the buttons and stuff and the layout. Okay, so let's, I guess, start doing that now. Let's look at the blank spaces, which is also a Taylor Swift song. If you're interested in Taylor Swift, that's a good song. I think it's called draw map static. So we have draw map static and draw map tile. And if it's blank, then we exit. So let's just get rid of that. We also do this for start as well, but I think what we'll say instead is that tile for the start menu, it needs to be the same thing as, not start menu, I'm sorry, the starting space. In memory, the start tile looks like Circuit Dude, and we want the start tile to just be drawn blank because that's just a spawning zone. It's not necessarily a tile that needs to look like him all the time when you're playing. In the level editor, however, we'll do a separate drawing function that will actually draw out Circuit Dude on that tile. So tile is going to equal, do we call it tiles? Or what is the function? Or what is the, what is the array called that we use for all the tiles? Oh, blocks. That's right. Java Jack asked if I tried the colored rectangle hello world thing he emailed. It may not be relevant anymore because I've lost track of how you implemented the black background. I didn't see any email like that. I can pull up on my phone real quick the spam folder, but I don't think I saw anything from you. And you did mention that you were going to send me some other stuff too, I think, but I never got anything. Oh, 1 second. Let me just pull up my email. I have a lot of personal stuff in there, so I don't want to pull it up on the stream. Especially if I'm looking in the spam email, spam folder. I don't think I see. I don't really see anything. Java Jack. It's just all spam. Yeah. Do you want to try sending it again? I'd appreciate just taking a look at it. And you know, if you want to double check, my email is crate.is@gmail.com. CRAIT.is@gmail.com. And of course, it's going to be on my website that's right there, crate.net. I'd like to see how they do colored rectangles, because eventually on the main menu screen that we have for Circuit Dude, you know, the black background looks great for monochrome and even 2-bit display, but for colored version of the game, it's not going to look too good. I mean, even looking at it with the little menu thing right here, it doesn't look too good. Oh yeah, we were also going to expand the rectangle to the whole screen, hiding the title bar. Yeah, that's right, we were going to do that. Okay, cool. I look forward to that email. Okay, so back to this. If the map tile is start, we're just going to say it's going to be equal to blocks at blank. I think that's what we call it. Yep, blank. Okay. Let's just give that a real quick compile. And throw it into the emulator. This should produce black backgrounds for the... Oh, it doesn't. So we do use blank. There's no transparency. So why does that not show up? I surely thought it would. Let's try recompiling it. Definitely saved it. Okay. Java Jack sent a link in the chat. This is gonna be a little meta real quick, but I'm gonna pull it up with Chrome real quick. Ha! I timed it so well. Did you see that? Okay. Oh, I guess I can't pull up the chat if I wasn't here already. Can you resend that link? Ooh, this is spooky looking. Look at that. And I guess while I wait, I'll oh, that was quick. Wait, is this still... Did we look at this the other day? We didn't look at this the other day. I'm gonna save this real quick into my documentation folder. What is the we were talking about rectangles, right? Probably fill. Or maybe even wind draw. Doesn't look like it's the links are following. It's new, yeah. Wind paint rectangle. Ah. Yeah, I think I saw something that said that when paint and when draw are kind of different, and one is definitely faster than the other. So I'd like to figure out at some point which one is faster and which one's slower. When get pixel RGB, when set 4 color. So that's when the when paint works, is whenever you do the when set 4 color, which we were talking about the other day. Definitely worth looking into. Thanks for the link, man. I appreciate that. Hmm. So down here, when we initialize resources, we actually don't initialize anything here for the blank space. So I need to put that in to the array for sure. That definitely seems to be the reason why the white is being drawn here. But actually, it should be garbage data. It's just coincidence that that is just all blank, I think. Unless Pascal does something crazy with the cool, look at that. That looks so freaking good. Actually, I like the white background too, with the levels being black. It makes it more look a little bit more like a computer chip. So I guess right now we should actually implement the distinction between drawing a level for the level editor, or level preview, I should say, and the normal level. Java Jack says there's some background material in here covering the purpose of when versus form. When is basically a drawing surface with bound set. So all the paint-ish stuff are when functions. Okay, that's cool. That is like, I think Galactic Disc Cat even said that was similar to surfaces, I think they're called. Like in other game engines and stuff. So to draw map static, take a look at that real quick. Draw map tile. So it looks like when we decide if we want the start tile to be blank or not, we should actually expand this case a little bit more. And we need to put an if statement in here. I think we had a game mode. Let's see. In game? Yeah. So it's in game. If it's in game, then we want to draw circuit dude separately. That's the structure of it. Oh no. This keeps popping up. If I can fix it. Okay, I think I got it. All right, so if you're in the game, then the tile will be blank. However, if it's not, then it will be start. And we should only be in game when we're actually playing the game. because I think that's what allows you to have control back. Okay, yeah, so he's being drawn again, and that's because he's being drawn from this excuse me, from this tile right here. That's actually just a bitmap of the black tile with him on it, instead of him being drawn by himself. So let's see. I guess the next thing is expand the rectangle in the main menu. So fill rect, right, or draw rect. Draw rectangle screen, and screen is 0 to 15, but we want the whole screen drawn. 260, 160. Now this should just draw over the frame, and I think what we're supposed to do is say that we want this to be a form that doesn't have the frame, but supposedly it doesn't matter which one you do because it'll always have access to that menu bar. You just have to tap the word menu and it'll appear. I'm wondering if you could also click up here other times, like if it's being drawn over. But I guess if it's gone, let's move up the logo a little bit too. I think is it in the resources? Yeah, see how it has frame right here? I think frame might need to be removed. And of course, the bitmap 020 needs to be maybe 015. Move it up 5 pixels. Okay. And we'll have to generate the resource binary too. Oh, that's right. Okay, so now it's moved up. Actually, the no frame directive, I think it might be called, seemed to work too. So I don't think we really need a black rectangle around the level. These came out really clean. I hate that I have to mess with this camera so much. I think maybe we should have a black around it actually, because once these wall pieces are drawn properly, they're going to be merged together. It might be a little bit hard to distinguish what the outside of the level is. Yeah, and I think portions of the map that look like this are kind of ugly, where the white pixel touches the white border. So I'm just going to add in the draw map static. Before we draw anything, after we erase with this eraser, we should draw with this eraser. Draw rectangle. And eraser is map offset. It's the perfect size of pixels, but we want to have like a nice 1 pixel border around everything. So we're going to increase the size by 2 pixels and then move it to the left by 1 pixel. Uh-oh. What did we do? We didn't move it upwards vertically? Why is it only in the bottom? Oh, I think it's because the stats might be too high. So if we look at the map Y offset right here, increase that by say 2 pixels, something like that. Did it still not do it right? Oh, we didn't compile. We just generated the binaries. It has a nice, really nice border around it. Yeah, I'm really liking these level previews a whole lot. Whole lot. Okay. The back button also does nothing. So let's try to see where we implement that. Back button, level back. We want to show the form main menu. So that should give this something. Did we implement the button menu edit? The form level? Oh, form level. Huh. I think when we do show form, yeah, so mode equals player or mode equals editor. Let's make a variable to hold this. This will be like the play mode, and it'll be a Boolean. And player will be true, and editor will be equal to false. So you can play in the editor or the player. And those will be the different views for the levels. And we'll actually set them whenever you're in the preview for the level selection. Show form. So mode, maybe mode should be called play mode. Or maybe game mode. Maybe game mode. Yeah, game mode. Okay. And when we show the form, we actually, okay, so show form actually handles switching the forms over. But whenever we have this level select screen, we have a button that says play. And I think instead of play, it shouldn't say play, it should be edit. And we could click that to go to the level editor. Now, we only are able to see levels that are built into the game, but there will be levels that are basically like slots for custom levels. So the up and down button will be restricted to a different set of levels than the normal level select screen. And we'll have to work with draw stats as well. I don't think we'll draw the wins and deaths or fewest steps stats, because those don't need to be saved for a level that you create, because you can change the level at any time, so the stats are meaningless. So, let's see. Mode editor. I think we called it level play button level play. And I think this might be a good resource here. We can look for in the link that Java Jack posted. There might be something about labels or text. The labels have text on them. Buttons also have text on them. EBTN. Oh, well, that doesn't seem helpful, does it? It might just be called label.text. Maybe we should look at the So we're looking at the high-speed Pascal source code, but there's got to be some sort of maybe in a way to change the text for buttons, or actually digiclock, right? Up here. Yeah, digiclock actually redraws the text every single time. Yeah. And I don't think I don't think buttons have a static value to them. Like I don't think they're immutable. I think you can get in there and change what they look like. But I don't know if they have to be redrawn, so we might have to do that too. Maybe matches actually changes stuff because it tells you what turn it is. Let's see. Gosh dang it. Oh, here we go. So me. The word you. There's a variable for me and a variable for you. Draw game board, human. This is a string called S. What does he do with this string? Draw text. Okay. Oh, you know what? There was the converter that would convert a string from normal string to hexadecimal. So maybe that also reads the string input field similarly to what we want to do. Basically the display text of that field. What's that called though? Text to hex paths. So it doesn't look like it uses any kind of draw text or maybe draw cars. No. So what is the, let's take a look. Yeah, see this is changing. This changes too. I wonder if this is actually a label. Convert or convert this procedure. Field set text pointer. I see. Okay. Field set text pointer. So there might be something that you can do for setting the button as well. Field set text pointer. Okay, so field set text pointer considered harmful. Perfect. Can only be used on read-only fields. In addition, if your field is multi-line, you must call field recalculate field. Okay. In general, we never use this routine. Instead, we always use the utility function set field text from string. Okay, that's what we want. Set field text. Oh, field set text. FLD set text. Okay, field set text. Field pointer, text handle. Constant. So we can use a field set text pointer, it looks like, to set a pointer to our field and a pointer to the constant, no, pointer to the string. Actually, I don't know. Is it a pointer to a constant string? We'll find out. Field pointer. FLD. I have a get. How do we get a pointer to the field though? With the ID. Okay. Looks like field type has the ID in it. Maybe, is there something called init? Form copy label lets you change the text of an existing label resource, although you have to worry about string lengths and max label sizes. That's what JavaJack says. Field copy. Oh, FRM copy label. Oh, I see. Okay, so even NicoCat looks like it uses that too. Good call. And I to S, integer to string. I feel confident enough that we know how to do this. So form get form pointer. So we're going to actually do form copy label, and the form pointer is form get form pointer of our get active form, and the label ID will be something, and then the string will be either play or edit. Let's put that into circuit real quick. All right, let's see if this works. I don't think it will. I don't know if form copy label actually redraws the label. Option values. Form draw form. Actually, it might cause it to be redrawn because it looks like form draw form is here in NicoCat, and then draw option values is called, which uses pretty much the same thing. So let's see. We have an error. 660. Nope. No semicolon. It does redraw the label, but if the new one is narrower, it will leave crumbs of the old one. Yeah, but this is not a label, this is a button. So the button should always be the same size. 661. Type mismatch. 64. Oh, I don't think I need to do form get pointer. I think maybe form get active form is already a pointer, maybe. Yep, looks like that was it. Uh-oh. A bus error. Okay. So I wonder if copy label only works on labels then. Copy. FRM copy title. Form set title, get title. Hmm. Hmm. I think depending on the environment, people call these buttons different stuff. Some people call them repeaters, some people call them command buttons, some just call them buttons, BTN. Yeah, it might be easier to define two buttons. Yeah, you're right on that. And then we can give them different functionality too, I guess. Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, the edit screen, I'm so stupid. The edit screen has to be different because we need a play button and an edit button in um in here. Dang it. And I thought this was going to be similar to in both of them. But yeah, so this play button would be fine. And we're talking about having an edit button instead. But the issue is we also want to be able to play the custom levels too. Hmm. Hmm. A repeating button, is that different than a normal button? Is that like a button that fires every frame whenever you click it? If you hold it down or something? Hmm. Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate the clarification. Hmm. 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 It looks like these stats also, when they change, they're not at the top. If I go to two digit number and then go back down to a one-digit number, looks like there's artifacts from where it was at previously. And I thought that we had fixed that. Hmm. Hang on. I'll write that down. Yeah, how do we want to do an edit button, a play button? I mean, I also want to have a button to send a level, but I think in the editor is where we'll put that. So you click edit and then you like you send it from there. I guess we can do an edit button and then you click edit and you have the editor screen and then you click a button that says play and then you go back. But in the game screen we also want like a way to switch between the two, the editor and the in-game. I think that's possible. We can do that. Okay. Yeah, so right now we have what, level play? We'll have one for level edit. And will be called I think it's right here. I think 1112 is what we want. And right now, when we do form hide object, we have to give it an index of which object it is. And I think there's a function that you can call form get active form, and you say form get object number, maybe something like that, and then you give it the ID. So it would look something like that. Code. There we go. I think these functions are going to be probably close to each other somewhere. Form get object index. Okay, I think this is what we need. Not get form object number, get form object index. Let's try to compile that real quick. 661 type. So it does take an object ID and it returns back the index number. Hmm. All right, let's look back at this function real quick. The form pointer we have, and a uint16. This passes back. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Okay. I need to regenerate this first of all. Generate this. Still having the same issue. Okay. You see how sunburnt I am? So hot outside. Riding my bike, I got sunburnt. The pedal fell off of the bike. I had to walk it home. Form get object index. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I totally copied the wrong line. Regenerate that. I don't think this will fix it though. Maybe. That mismatch. Get object index from pointer. Let's try that. I don't think that's right. Form get object index from pointer. Let's see who all calls this. Form get object index. Oh, wait a minute. Form get object index takes a form pointer as well. So, of course, there we go. Okay, so play has the word edit in there, but see, it has the word edit as well. It has edit. Edit has edit. And I think menu play, menu. button, menu, edit. Game mode equals editor. Huh. I don't think this is right. Let me try to recompile just in case. Maybe they have the same values for some reason. Maybe I was stupid. Nope. They have different values. Definitely two. Yep, I'm thinking the same thing. X. So editor still has both. And play still has both as well. So it's not hiding it for some reason. Show form. Let's see. Look back at that function real quick. Form hide object. It makes me think that it doesn't, I don't know. It makes me think that it doesn't redraw it, but here I can click on either one. So that idea of, oh, it's disappeared, but the you know, the visual information is still in the buffer, the frame buffer or something, but you can actually click on them, so it's not hiding the object properly. And we do that up here just perfectly. I wonder if there's like a delete object or something, like a more hardcore version of this. No, but it doesn't look like there's any kind of delete object. Just to hide it. I guess maybe I can set the position. Set position to something absurd. Yeah, so it takes the same thing. form set object position. It takes the same thing as hiding them does, except for it takes a new X and Y position. So I'll do 0, 0. See if it'll move the image or the button up here or something. Huh. It doesn't even set the button position. Is there something else later on that's actually overriding and drawing the form a second time? Handle event. Nope, there's only one instance of that. I can't believe nobody else has used this in any of these Pascal projects. Form pointer, object index. Form pointer. I wonder if we can just try to hide another object. Let's say object with index 0. Try to run that. What did I hide? Did I actually hide anything? What if I tried to hide everything? Eventually I should hit that. Button menu play. What if I delete these completely? What if I just delete those? Yeah, the functionality is taken away. Is form get active? No, that can't be right. Can't be right. Form get active form. I'm thinking, what if this form get active form is referring to the active form, which would be this one with the main menu, even after I instructed the Palm Pilot to go to a different form, as in the rest of the cycle, it will say this form no matter what. And then when I try to reference something from it, it will always be referencing the menu. Okay, I guess we could test that by form get. We can get the form by ID. Actually, we could do that before and after. Well, we don't have any debug though. Get active form ID. Oh, actually, that's hmm. One sec. Hmm. Set active form. So set active form looks like what actually erases our form. I think I'm right here. I think I'm right in saying this. That you can't hide anything. You can't hide anything until the form load event actually happens. So you can tell it to go to a different form, but it doesn't actually go yet. The event doesn't fire for it to be set, which means that we need to have a we need to have something up here, case event dot data form load dot form ID of so if it is form level, then what we will do is we'll check here which button we're going to hide based off of game mode. So if game mode is equal to player, then else, oh, this is so unnecessarily verbose. Like you have to type so much in Pascal. It's kind of annoying, but I kind of like looking at it. Okay, let's try this out now. Now that the forms objects load and stuff, we'll hide them. Okay, so great. One of them's showing up there. Okay, the other one's showing up there. We just got to fix this if statement. Game mode equals to player. No, we don't want to hide play. We want to keep it visible. Okay. I guess my next question is, if we click the back button, are we effectively capable of hiding both buttons at the same time? And I'll show you what I mean. Click play, the word edit is hidden, click back, click editor, and edit is visible. Okay. And maybe instead of back, I don't know, back sounds weird. I think I'm gonna say menu instead of back. And we'll put these coordinates back to where they were, so the button will stay there. And I guess we can change the stats based off of this new game mode variable that we have. So we'll look for draw stats. This might be the best place to put it. If the game mode is player, then we'll do this. But we'll always draw the level stat. But here's the thing too, we actually don't want to always draw the level stat the same way. So we'll put this in here as well. And we'll actually turn this into an else statement, or give it an else block to work with. And basically, we're going to have actually, never mind. Never mind, you're right. Okay. I was thinking we would do like a different way of calculating the current level. If it's let's say a custom level, if you have 20 custom levels, there's 75 levels in the game. The custom levels could exist between like 75 and 95 in memory space. But instead what we'll do is, instead of current map, or let's see, levels, level data pointer, we'll have custom level data pointer, and that'll be a byte pointer. And when we initialize up here, we will load the data from somewhere else. And current level is going to be the same thing, except for when we load, I think it's called load level, we pull the level from current map. Instead of current map, we'll do no, expand map level. It'll be called like expand map, expand custom map, or something like that. Or maybe we'll just say true for custom and false for default. Okay, so editor level screen, that looks like it's good. And then a gameplay, oh yeah, a gameplay screen and a level editor screen, okay. The NS Basic version, we were using NS Explorer to take a look at that. Oh my gosh, it's already 9 o'clock, holy cow. Almost time for my nightly milkshake. Okay, so the in-game level, we have the main menu. This is the NS Basic version of the program. We wrote the first 2 streams, or looked at least. And here we go. This is basically what the game looks like. I think we do want the main menu up here at the top. The stats can be drawn a little lower, I think. The game would be drawn, and then these buttons would be drawn. So we need, and these are repeat buttons too. What do we have? Are these repeat buttons? No, they're just buttons. That NS Basic doesn't, I don't think NS Basic gave you the option to do normal buttons. We don't even have a form for it, I don't think. Form level, form player. Okay, we do. And form editor. We do for that as well. I think these are the last two forms that we need. Might do like a form for like, well, they might be alerts for like, hey, you're receiving data, or hey, you're sending data. So in these forms, in the editor, or in the player, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 buttons. Button player. And the buttons are, let's see, 1, 1, 2, I think was the highest one. Yeah, for edit. So 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 4, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, 6, and 1, 1, 7. We have up, down, left, and right. Put this into the resource Pascal file. Okay. And I'm going to move this down a little bit, just so that these are together, because they'll be, I think there's going to be a little bit of a few similarities between the two. Form hide. Yeah, a form hide object I got working as well. I think, right? Literally just did it a moment ago. Yeah, it's because we were trying to hide the objects in the form load event, and we needed to do it in the form open event because we actually, oh no, I'm sorry, I got that reversed. We were doing it in the open event when we needed to do it in the form load event, because the form load event actually sets the active form, and the hide object function relies on the active form pointer, and I think it's probably a little cleaner to do it that way. So we got these buttons here, and the last thing to do with these buttons before defining them in the resource file is coming down here and just kind of giving them definitions of what they'll do. And what they'll do is actually up will be, actually all the directions are going to set move direction to something. You can see here that up, down, left, right, and up, down, left, right are set by the current key state. And yeah, this is a perfect place to handle it. There we go. And we'll get back to the temp button. The temp button isn't a temporary button, it's a temperature button. Like increase your temperature. And that's how you restart the level. And oh, actually, copy that over and do form ID form player at, this will be a normal-ish form, normal size, and it'll have a frame and usable. Okay, instead of repeat buttons, like I said, we just need buttons. And these IDs are all off too. Need to be button, player, and then the direction. Okay, let's kind of see what that looks like. And I think one last thing is button menu play goes to form level. And if you're in form level, you click on button level play or button level edit. And that will go to either show form editor or show form player. Okay, so those are defined here. That should be good. Good enough. As long as I don't click the actual button for edit. So it looks like we have here form player logic within the show form function to already set up the drawing the way we want it and the loading of the current level. So for the editor, we'll do something very similar. This is just thinking ahead a little bit, but we're not going to put in game to be true. We'll set it to false. But draw game, we do want to actually draw it. We want to draw like the preview for it. And instead of load current level, like I said, it'll be like false or something like that, so that it'll load a level based off of a custom level. Like load custom level might even be a different function, but we need something different here to load that actual custom level. All right, I'm actually curious what's going to happen if we run this, so let's try it. Huh. Look at that. So it's not drawing the frame, I don't think, or we are, oh, that's weird. Or we are accidentally getting rid of it. So we have two screens, rectangles. We should do full screen and normal screen. Let's look for where we use these screens at. Handle event, normal, controller. For we don't want that. We want full screen. That's right. And let's look for screen again. So we need to set full screen and normal screen here inside of the initialize function. And normal screen is going to be X and Y. I think 20 pixels is fine. I forget the exact size of the frame at the top, but we'll see soon. And let's look for more uses of screen. And we erase this full screen. And that's it. So that should be enough. But circuit dude is still not drawn. And I think that's because actually I don't know why. What do we do when we want to draw him? Draw dude? Yeah, what the heck? How do we draw him? Draw map pointer blocks start. Well, let's beat this level real quick, I guess. Figure out what we can Oh, that's bizarre. I didn't think that would happen. Huh. So draw map static, and that when we draw map static, when do we do gameplay? Always. If not draw game, then exit. Okay, so redraw and draw game. Game. I'm thinking that when we do show form, maybe we need to go to form first. I think maybe. We have an issue that's been reoccurring where you click play and it shows you a portion of the map. It doesn't show you the full map. I think it's because the model or the modal is drawn over the map we literally just drew. Like you saw it, it flashed for a moment. And I thought we fixed that last time. But whenever you go to play a level, it does the same exact thing. So we gotta somehow come up with a way to solve that. And I think it's because we need to redraw the entire map, and we do redraw the entire map whenever I like land on a computer chip, for instance. And let's look at this real quick. Draw map static. Draw map static is started here in load level. And where do we do load level at? We do it in show form, but I think we need to do it in, wait a minute, let's see, load level, draw map static, Okay, I think we actually need to do load level after these variables. If this doesn't work, I have one more idea of where this function might need to go. Yeah, that didn't work. Do you see that it went away right afterwards? So I think instead of putting this here, I think we might want to load the level whenever you load when the form is finished loading. So frm load event, and we'll do form player. And reload this. I hope I'm right about this because this is a very annoying issue. So it does load circuit dude this time. Uh-oh. Gosh darn. Let's see. Oh, actually, low level sets redraw to be true. Yeah, it does. So what the hell? I mean, what the heck? Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so also one thing, the temp button, before I forget, as Java Jack mentioned, we do want a repeat button for this, for the temperature, because it's going to be constantly polling to see if we are moving or not. And maybe we should do that with the normal movement buttons as well. So maybe I was somehow harder than I thought. I played myself. I mean, that's not going to fix anything that's broken right now, but huh. Looks like there's actually no functionality for those buttons unless there is a select event. Unless there's a different event for repeaters, which there might be. Form event, menu event, form load event, and move event. Up event and down event. New event. Form open event. Event. New event. Let's see if there's a select event. Pop select event, table select event. Okay. Might be what we're looking for, this big list of events right here. See if there's any kind of control repeat event. That's what we want. Ah. Control repeat event. That's funny. It's just one word different. I think that's what we need. And compiled no problemo, so okay, I think that was my mistake. I think I did something wrong. Okay, I'm gonna try to click play. Okay. Yeah, because I had clicked temp, I think, by accident. Huh. Maybe repeat event is not what we want. Control repeat event. Yeah, SCL. Green leaf. Scroll bar repeat event. Is that what it's called? SCL. Let's see if there's a repeat button. No. Here. Repeat button. What is this? If the event lasts more than 24 hours. This is nothing. Not what. On OS 2.0 tutorial for Windows. Repeating. 96 of the companion. Okay, let's check that out. Java Jack. CTR repeat event. Oh, that is actually CTR or CTL repeat. That's exactly what I have tried. And it works, but it doesn't work continuously. So if I hold down the button, he doesn't continue to move. I have to tap it. I'll show you. I mean, I think he's right here right now. So if I hold left, he should move all the way over to the left of the screen, but I have to tap it. Well, yeah. So if I hold down left right now, I imagine he would move to the left a lot. but you're saying check out page 96 just in case. So let's do that. They might have a little bit more information about how to accomplish that with this event versus the other event. I'll repeat. Oh, wait a minute. So I'm going to move the pen around. Nope. Pen goes down on a repeating button. Pen down. Enter. Pen remains on a repeating button. Tracks the pen for a period of time, then sends another repeat event if the pen is still within the bounds of the control. Maybe I'm not following this properly. I'm checking based off of the event type. Ha! Okay, I wonder if is this being is a repeat button? Form player, okay, so never mind. I was thinking that maybe it's still button, but it's definitely repeat button here. I guess we can check with PRC Explorer to make sure that it properly implemented. No frame. Form player is no frame. Interesting. No frame. Save behind. Usable. Modal frame. Okay. Let's see. Frame and no frame save behind. But is frame player even? That's the right ID. So I guess I just threw that in, even though it seems like a default property, just to see if maybe we can regenerate this file. Maybe it was stale or something. No frame. Why is it no frame? Definitely put the word frame. Frame mobile. Frame save. No frame. Maybe I need to put no frame for the form menu for some reason. Even though it automatically knows it's no frame. This one seems to be no frame for the player. Repeat button. Frame. What are the last two forms? Yeah, the last two forms are just the credits, the credit modals, the ads, in-game ads, I guess you could call them. Can you click on stuff in here? No. But there's no frame here on this preview. I wonder why that is. Attributes. No frames behind. Huh. What if I say no frame? I don't even know what I'm trying to accomplish anymore with this. And I'm so far. I feel like I'm going crazy a little bit. So this is not this is not drawing properly. I mean, you see it for a moment. The level select does not have save behind enabled. I thought I turned it off last time because I thought that would fix the issue, and it doesn't. And it's the same issue that we see in the game view. I'm holding it down and it's not working. Java Jack, man, thank you so much. I'll talk to you later, man. Okay, so I think the option for now is to do the load level function instead of in show form. We need to put it into the form load event. And I think we tried this a moment ago. It didn't work. And let's, he said if game mode equals player, then wait, is that what we did? The editor will have different stuff here, I guess. Might as well just comment it out. Wait. No. This should just be like this. Actually. Man, I'm so lost with why this isn't working. Play. The map drew for a moment. Of course, like I keep saying. And Circuit Dude is no longer being drawn as white. I don't know why. Hmm. 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 Not really sure how to even debug this anymore. We had it working though, and it looked so good. I do think I want to move this into this statement, like I said earlier. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Hmm. Why is there no frame? There's no frame at all. No frame still. Let's just try, I guess, moving this up a little bit. No frame. No frame. Actually, I think I have a hunch as to what the heck is going on with this. Stuff that uses the frame? Oh, it does do full screen. Oh my gosh. Oh, it needs a title. It needs a title. Okay, so I think it's not being displayed because it doesn't have a title. Okay. Oh, no, it does have a title for here and here and here. Here. Okay, it doesn't have a title. Okay, okay. It's a test. Let's try that. All right, making a little bit of progress there. What's up, the Galactic Discat? How's it going? What should the title up here be? Circuit Dude? Just like that. And back over here. Draw Dude. There's gotta be something wrong in Draw Dude. What is going on over here? I'm gonna do this real quick. I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm gonna look real quick at last stream and see what the heck it looked like. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit though. Because I could have sworn when Circuit Dude moved around, he was white. Like, what changed? Yeah, he's white right there. Hmm. Should I just try to make a new bitmap then? Is there one called dude? Image dude. Let's just do this. The transparent is set to be black. White? Yeah, that does not look right. But it looks perfectly fine right here. I'm not sure what the issue is, so I'm going to just create a new resource and call it res cd and do it this way. We'll do it live. Oh, dude. Oh, bitmap pointer instead of start res cd. Okay, that should fix that issue. Oh, no, it won't, because we gotta make sure we include this. Expecting a bitmap icon resource ID got unknown. Oh, that's right. Of course. I also have to do the define. Why is this not drawn? But this is. It's really weird. Spooky, indeed, very spooky. And I don't like spooky stuff really. Like I get scared pretty easily. Why is this the only one that's being drawn? Is that the only dynamic tile? Possibly? I think it might be the only dynamic one. Draw map dynamic. And before, let's see. Exits, yeah. That's the only dynamic tile. So why was it drawing circuit dude before? I have no idea. There's definitely a reason why draw map static, it's either being called, I think it's being called and then being erased for some reason, and I can't figure out why it's being erased. Like, do we draw the form again after? But I moved out the form load event. Form open, form draw form. What if I put this here? I don't know why this would work. It doesn't. Huh. I don't think something changed since last time. But I pulled up my old stream to see what happened, and I'm not sure. I mean, I think it was something that I think it was slightly broken last time, but not this broken. We just want the map to be drawn, and the dynamic stuff is being drawn. Darn. Wish I knew. I'm gonna move the stats down 1 pixel too. Actually, maybe I won't. Oh, but actually, I could. Eat. Oh. The map is not being drawn, or it's being erased. It is being drawn because I see it flash real quick. I need to figure out why it's being erased. You saw it being drawn there, right? Is the map being drawn but being cleared somehow? Maybe from form draw reset. That things or yeah, but so I have these two events. I have form open event and a form load event. And I thought, well, I could put the load level, which actually does the drawing of the level, the initial static drawing. I put it here in this load event because I thought, well, maybe something is happening and like elsewhere, maybe I'm not doing it right. I'm drawing before the form is loaded, and when I put it in here, it didn't work. It acted the same, and then I moved it up here to the open event where the drawing actually occurs. And it doesn't seem to make a difference. In fact, I could probably just put it into both form player and double check my work. I have another idea. Let's just do this real quick. Whoa! What? What? What incarnations happened? Like, oh my gosh. I definitely did this before though. Okay, so I'll do one for form level too. I could have sworn I'd done that. So if I do one for, for form level, it should also do the correct drawing in that modal. Play? No. What? Wait. What? Does it only work if I do it in both? I'm doing it in both. Hate that error. If I have circuit open and I try to drag it in, import it, it gets upset. Okay, play. That's being drawn properly. Let's select this level. That's being drawn properly. Okay. So it makes me think it's either this that's proper or this that's proper. I'll delete the first one. I'll recompile it. Maybe I should use source control just to figure out if I actually change stuff. Okay, so that doesn't work. Control Z, go back to what works, and then I'll remove this. And play. Oh, so they both, okay, so this one is this is the one that works. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, whatever. I'm gonna switch this to a case, a switch statement. Just to make it a little nicer. Watch this be the reason why it breaks. That'll be funny. Oh, wait. Man, I'm going crazy. Too many milkshakes getting to my head. I guess that works pretty good. We did the gameplay screen. What should the options be? I wonder if we do show form. No, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. Okay. Yeah, we should do a menu real quick. Before we get to the editor screen. Because that requires a little bit more stuff. And then we'll want a menu in there too to help us out. Take a look at this and see what they did. Menu ID, menu FC. In menu. So NicoCat has a menu. It looks like you say menu ID and then the menu of it. Here. Find menu. I'll just call it 1201. The editor will have 12. I don't know if it'll get mad about the order of everything, but I would like to put it down here with the player itself. So menu player, pull down circuitude. I think that's the title. And these are the menus. We want level select BL, and then maybe menu. We don't really need an about, but we might want to do a restart level. What do most applications have and that kind of stuff? Duplicate address, theme stuff, okay. Oh, I think in options, maybe? Maybe some sort of sound. I do want sound of some degree. We can always take this out. And if you have some ideas for different options within the game, let me know. I think for the editor, we'll have, oh, maybe instead of circuitude, circuit would be like the first word. Want level, maybe? Or some other. Nope. I forgot. There's no way out of this program. Oh, not bad. Elk. Delete. This app is. Message. Memo. I think I'll just call it app. Maybe circuitude is fine. See one, maybe one more. Ends. That's not a bad word. That word. Let's see a few more menus. Help, about, Oh, I do kind of want to have a help screen that tells you what the pieces do. I did that in the original version of Circuit Dude for the Arty Boy. About commands. Restart level, level select, main menu, exit. I guess this is fine for now. And what are the menu items that we have here? Menu options, menu, let's call it menu item. Menu item, restart, level, main menu. And sound. Yoki. So for the menu in the, oh wait, okay, we did it reverse. The top one is the editor. Okay, so let's see. We can have another one, another pull down called level or editor maybe, and this will be erase or clear level. When we're editing a level, what do we want to do? Clear the level? Erase everything? Oh, of course, we want to be able to beam the level too. Of course, and we can put a separator here too. Beam level B C. I mean, I guess we could do like a copy level, like copying a level to another level. I don't want to do something like that. That's too much UI. I'll leave that out. Beam level. Oh, and if we're gonna beam, we also need to receive to erase our current level with whatever is being sent over. So let's see what the shortcuts are. Beam category. I don't want to do that. Do beam item. Just oh. What did I do? Turn back on, please. Oh my gosh. Accidentally killed the emulator. To-do list. New. Okay. Check that off. And beam item. Beam item. Oh, instead of editor, maybe edit. Actually, no. Level. Sounds fine. Yeah, edit is like text editing. I want to know how you receive. How do you receive a level? I mean, you can send one, right? How do you receive something? How do you receive a note? How do you receive a contact? Press, beam. Huh. Doesn't look like there's usually a receive, like a receive of a beam. Maybe I'm wrong though. Reference beam receive. Can you only send an entire record whenever you beam? Hmm. Hmm. Clear level. Beam level. If you guys think of any other like functionalities or features you think would be cool to put in here, let me know. Would it be cool to like have some sort of Easter egg hidden in the menus? Oh. Okay. All right. Boom. Menus are thrown in there. New player. And for kicks, we'll do menu editor or form editor with a menu ID of menu editor. And you don't need these buttons in there. Alrighty, let's throw this bad boy back into the emulator and see what happens. Play. Play. Restart level. We have all these options. Okay, let's I guess let's implement these these features real quick. Restart level should be pretty easy. We just load the same level. In fact, I think there's actually a different handle of it. It might be called like form or maybe menu something or another. Let's look. Events.eType. Form menu event. Menu event begin and then case of event. So event dot data dot menu dot item id of, okay, and we have all these menu items. Begin. So restart level should, I think there's a way to do a yes no dialog box. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit ahead of myself here. I'm going to explain a few things and then I'll show you why that matters. So currently, if you want to kill yourself, the temp button doesn't do anything. So we can't really kill ourselves unless we go to a level that has a trapdoor in it. Like, let's see, this level. And when you go into that trapdoor, the level just restarts. Also, we need to fix that trapdoor glitch. Maybe change the button size a little bit. So that would restart the level and it increases your death count. But if you restart the level using this menu, I want to have a pop-up that appears that says, hey, you're going to increase your death count by 1. And let's see. Where we actually do that is right here at the end of this gameplay function. We say if not dude alive, then, and we just reload the level with increasing the death. So all we have to do is set dude alive to be false if we click the restart level. But that's not really fair to the player if they don't know that it'll increase the count. So I don't want to just put dude alive equals false if menu item restart level is clicked. I want to have some sort of an alert that says, hey, you're going to increase your death count by 1. Oh, Pipe Warp, what's up? How's it going, man? The game is looking pretty snazzy. It's got this menu and stuff that we're working on, and you're able to like control yourself being drawn a little bit more appropriately. Thanks for stopping by. So let's see if we can find like some sort of a dialogue, because I know there's an alert that has multiple buttons that you can do. alert dialog. Given a resource ID that defines an alert, the alert manager creates and displays a modal dialog box. When the user taps one of the buttons on the dialog box, the alert manager disposes of the box and returns the caller the item number of the button the user tapped. Okay. There are 4 types: question, warning, notification, and error. So we want to do a warning. Alert type determines which icon. Okay, so I think the word warning just in its of itself is pretty good for us to use as a search button or a search term. It doesn't look like anybody immediately uses it, but we can definitely look up alert. In fact, I do have an alert here that I've commented out on initialization, and I think you can define in this res t alt exactly what you want to be displayed as the buttons. So error. So let's do this. Get rid of that there and do it live. Okay, so we'll put it in here. I'll throw this resource here. Instead of test, it'll be restart. Not actually an error, it's a warning. Alert result. And actually, I don't want this to be initialized every single time this loop is, or this function is called. So I'm going to take it and just move it way up here. What these. Okay. Now res alt is something we can use to look up pretty easily with this set of example codes that we have. Might find an alert that has like multiple buttons in it. Pretty cool. Oh, look at this. This one does. Yes, please. No thanks. That's what we want. Something like this. So, howdy dude. Okay, so this is the title. And this is the message. Are you sure that you'd like, ooh, how do you unescape that? Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look that up. Pascal unescape string. I would like to say, are you sure that you'd like, but I don't know if that's actually or not. I'm just gonna put what you would like to Galactic Discat says two quotes in a row. Oh. That's very weird. Okay, I see. Are you sure that you'd like to restart the level killing circuit dude? Yes. And then no. Alright, now restart warning should return, or the alert result should be 0 or 1. So if alert result equals to 0, then but I don't think that alert is a warning. So we're gonna have to look at let's just compile it real quick. 659. Okay. Okay, so let's figure out how to make the alert the proper alert, and I'll show you an example of what I mean. So if I do play this level, and then restart the level, are you sure that you'd like to restart the level killing circuit dude? Yes. No. So this is like an info box. We want it to be a question, right? A warning, I mean. This is a question. And maybe I should change no to cancel. And this should be more definitive, like you are about to kill circuit dude to restart the level. And you can say okay or cancel. So a question has a question mark, looks like. This one doesn't have a question mark, has an I. So I wonder what the bitmaps look like for that. Question, warning, notification, and error. So go Pomolus. Oh, it looks like this is the same thing as this. I think there's a warning bitmap reference somewhere in this code. Warning alert. The types of alert constants and structures. Information 0, 1, and 2. It looks like. Alert. Alert. Template type. Is this not used anywhere? Holy cow. I think there is a Pascal document that I could look at for reference right now. It might have a hint We already know that it's res t alt, right? Yeah, look at that. ID and then alert type is right after ID. So ID and then alert type. And I'm going to go on a limb and say that what we're looking for is 2. 0, 1, 2 should be the third. So it should look more like a warning. Let's try 1. See what that looks like. I guess before we can check, I can just say yes to it one time and see what happens. So it does actually restart the level and kill me. Cool. Okay, well, being happy about killing yourself isn't, I don't think, socially acceptable, so it's not that cool. But you know what I mean. Let's move this in. So it looks like this number might not actually matter. It might be this number. Yeah, I think it's this number. Because leaving it blank means we don't actually give it an ID. We don't care. Maybe? Have to drag it in. Oh, there we go. So now it has the alert symbol. That's what we've been trying to accomplish. Okay. Now, level select is pretty easy. And that is see. Levels. Oh, okay. So levels S is show form level. Okay. And luckily, we don't need to do what we normally would do when calling this, which is if you look down here, setting the game mode, because the game mode will be set in, you know, whatever, like whenever it was previously set. We don't need to set it again. And show form menu, maybe? Yeah. Uh-oh, Duolingo wants my attention. Alright, it is 10:30, so it is getting pretty late, but I think it might be application. Let's see. Okay, so for menu item exit, I want to say quit equals to be true. And I'm going to make a new Boolean up here called sound, and initialize resources. Sound will be true. Actually, it'll be true on initialize, not initialize resources. And then initialize resources, initialize should call read preferences or read save data. Yeah, read save data. Let's call it that. And it'll be a procedure that will override anything else that's been initialized. And what we're going to do with it is say sound, for instance, is going to be something, basically some preference file or something, and then custom levels equals to blah blah blah. So we'll do it all right there. And so there, so that stuff would actually make us be able to just put sound equals false, or sound equals not sound. I think that, well actually no, I think it needs to be like that. Sound equals not sound. Let's see if that works. 5 or 657. Okay. Pascal, invert, what is it called? Negation? Boolean expression. Okay, negation is a tilde. That's what we want. Cool. So that will enable sound or not. And so that leaves receiving a level with beaming and beaming the level and clearing the level. So my hunch is that for beaming the level, we can actually compress it down and send it over. And then the receive level is taking the compressed version and then sticking it into the record and saving it, however that's done, and then expanding it to current level, the current custom level, the custom level map. You know what I mean. Yeah, you know what I mean. Okay, so that means that all these should work. So let's just recompile it one more time. Toss it into the emulator. We can test them one by one. So restart level works. Level select. There we go. Play. Main menu. Play. And then exit. That works. And then sound. I wish there was a way we can say like we know if the sound is on or off, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to update this label. We tried doing that before, and it we had some issues with the buttons at least. So can't necessarily test that. Level select. Menu. Oh yeah, I was going to check the graffiti. So these all have a shortcut associated with them. Like restarting level is the R after that slash. And the way you access it is you just draw a line like that, and then let me see. So I just drew an R, and it's asking me, are you sure you'd like to restart the level? So I think before restarting the level like that, because I do actually like that alert, we should have it with level select and main menu and exit as well. But it would be really annoying to have that every single time. And also penalizing you to restart the level if you haven't even moved. So let's implement something called has moved. And it'll be a Boolean. And then when we load the level, oh man, too many times. Oh, I clicked it too many times. Okay. We will actually we'll set has moved to false, and then dude moving, or move dude actually. move dude will be set to, okay, so move dude will set has moved to true. And so this warning that we have, let's see, for restarting the level, which by the way, we don't want to do restart the level if you're in the editor. Don't want that. But we do, okay, we do want, okay, in the player, we do want something that's called like menu. I'm not going to save this. Item, edit, level, or something like back to editor, or maybe even a button that appears based off of that. And that will be used if you die or you you click that button, it'll take you back to the editor if you were editing a custom level, because there should be a button that will take you to the player to play the custom level. So restart level will have this restart warning, only if has moved equal to true. If you have moved, then true. Otherwise, it does nothing. I hope that makes sense. It should make sense, right? Now for same thing for both main menu and levels and exit. If has moved true, then if has moved and you want to return to the level selector, then it will actually, instead of true, it should be, yeah, no, we'll keep it true. If you have moved, then let's begin a thing that says, you know, check with player. Otherwise, just go ahead and do it. We don't care. The only exception here is has moved or exit. We just might always want to check with the player to see if they really want to leave. So we'll throw this warning up real quick. Instead of restart warning, it's exit warning. And we'll of course get rid of has moved, just because we always want to, like I said, we always want to check with them. Makes sense. Has moved. Okay. Instead of exit warning, it will be called leave warning, and these will be our new warnings that we have. So leave warning is pretty easy. we are going to say leaving level, you will lose your progress within this level, or let's say leaving this level. Leaving this level will not save. Leaving this level will not save your current that's a weird way to say it. We want to tell the player that if they leave, their progress won't be saved within this level. Okay, so let's, I guess, skip that because that's kind of a little hard for me to think about in a word in my mind. Are you sure you would like to exit the game? Leaving level. Leaving this level you will lose your current progress within this level if you decide to leave. Okay, cancel. Okay, that's a good way to say it. That's fine. That's good. Let's just test this real quick. Shouldn't be any issues there. So if I play the level and go to level select, totally cool. If I try to restart the level, nothing happens, my death doesn't increase. But if I move, however, and I try to restart the level, it'll warn me. And if I try to go to level select, it'll warn me as well. You will lose your current progress within this level if you decide to leave. Okay. Cool. I like that. I like that a lot. And one more thing too. So if we are currently in a level, if we are currently in a level that is a how do I want to say this? Okay, so if we're in the editor, in-game, in-game equals to true. When do we know when we're in the game? We know we're in the game whenever the form player and form, okay, so form editor and form player has a few of the same exact menu items, right? And some of those menu items are like leaving the level. Well, if you're in the editor, we actually don't want to have a leave warning. Oh, actually, you know what? That's fine because has moved is always going to be false when you try to leave the level because you've never moved because you can't move. Okay, perfect. I like that a lot. I was thinking we had to implement the a check for in-game Boolean. Okay, let's see. I think there is a, let's see. Font select.pas. Home OS font table. Whoa, what the heck? Hmm. Let's see. I'm trying to look for. I don't want to look up graffiti. I want to look up Palm Pilot font tables, like a technical table of the font used for Palm Pilot. Because I would like to put, instead of the word left, right, up, and down, I'd like to put like a little bitmap or something, kind of like an ASCII arrow. Actually, this companion might have built-in fonts 256. Here we go. Symbol font, symbol 11 font, symbol font. And here are the fonts, it looks like. Contains up and down arrows used for repeating scroll. Contains the checkboxes. Contains many special characters. Mm-hmm. Cool. I think this is what we're looking for right here. Built-in font. Nice, somebody just has a cool reference of them right here. So let's look for some arrows. I know I see these right here. Symbol 9. Hmm. Alright, now how do we access that? Symbol 9. Wait, what? Symbol 7, symbol 9, and symbol 11. Oh, actually, look, there's left and right arrows in 11, 7, 7, and 11. Both of those are here. Okay, I'll use those. Left and right. I think we can do font. Font 0. So what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 and 5. 4. 5 is 7. 7 is up and down. And how do we access Pascal hex character string? Ooh, here we go. Hex string. It's a function to change the value. We want to actually set the font to be those weird characters. Okay, so it looks like it's a $sign. I think I remember that. Yeah, $sign. So maybe we can do this. Up will be the up arrow. Oh, actually, frick. Up arrow. 0, 1, and 0, 2 is down to. I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, unknown character. Doesn't know what to do with the $sign. I wonder what the RCP file is. I mean, it's obviously not Pascal, so I didn't think that would work at all, but makes me think this is just like makefile, whatever makefile is in. Oh, it might be this. Okay, might be \0. Okay, I think this could work. \0, 0, 1. \0, 0, 2. And it worked. No problems there. Cool. Those arrows work. I like that. Oh my gosh. I didn't think that. I don't know why I doubt myself. I shouldn't. I'm so smart. Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. Cool. All right, and I can do these same symbols for the up and down arrows whenever you're doing the level select screen too. So so up is what, 2? Is that what we said? Down is 2. Up is 1. Man. There's a lot of guessing over here. A lot of correct guessing though. Play. The arrows look so sick now. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Ooh. About to get the best milkshake tonight. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to set boundaries too for this so that the button, so that you can't go out of bounds. And that will also be based off of progress. So you should be able to see all the levels, but you shouldn't be able to scroll past. Like if you're on level 19 and you haven't beaten it, you can't go past it. You can't look at any other level besides the one that you're currently on. Oh shoot. Those symbols aren't the correct symbols. And I'm actually really excited about that progress. Oh, those arrows look sick. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Yeah, those arrows look super cool. But, you know, I thought there was a way to do a different frame with these buttons. So I think it would look even cooler if the frames had a border radius of 0. So like pointy frame. So I wonder if there's like a directive or something that you can use to say 0 border radius. Oh, here we go. No frame, simple frame, 3D frame, rectangle frame. So maybe rectangle frame is what we want. I think these buttons will look cool like that. Oh, full frame. It doesn't know that. Yeah. Okay, so this is resource frame, no frame or a frame, bold frame or no non-bold frame. Radius? Is that what we want? Oh. I think NS Basic allowed you to do it, so let me fire that up real quick. See, I have these buttons here with no radius, the up and down button, but this one has a radius to it. So frame false, frame true. Huh. Push button type, Galactic Diskette suggested. What's up, Polymars? Appreciate you stopping by, man. Push button. Let's see what a push button is. Oh, a push button. Maybe it has the same exact functionality as a normal button. Let's try that. I don't think it will require any code changes. Oh, rectangle frame is still there. Frame it, unexpected. Oh, maybe there's no frame allowed at all. Oh, look at that. Excellent. So we gotta switch it over to push buttons for the arrows. I think I want to do that with these as well to see what it looks like. But then the repeater functionality might be lost, but you know, it's not working anyway, so might as well lose it. Okay, let's see what that looks like. I don't know, what do you guys think? Yeah, the one that was being displayed in the NS Basic was a repeater, but it had the push button self frame, so I'm not sure why I was able to do both. But I think there may have been an issue with NS Basic because when I tried to load it into PRC Explorer, it actually displayed only one of them and it didn't display a frame. So what do you guys think? The rounded buttons for this or the rectangular buttons? I think what I want to do with my game is I think I want to do like some graphics or something that like add to it in some way from side to side. Oh, something like this. And so if I do that, then the buttons being rectangular make a lot more sense to me. Something like that is what I was thinking. But it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't really look too good. I was thinking of like doing bitmaps or something, like computer chip looking, like sidebars to like fill it out a little bit. Let me know what you think. Because the Arty Boy version kind of has that too. In fact, when I recreated Artie Boy for Artie Boy Circuit Dude version 3, I recreated a different set of graphics for the sidebar. What the heck? The emulator's not showing up. What happened, Chrome? Oh, it looks like the emulator's not working for some reason. Well, anyways, I do have some pictures here of what I'm talking about. It's this like little sidebar area, and whenever you're about, whenever you're about to blow yourself up, that's where the temperature gauge appears. But I think for the Palm Pilot version, I want the temperature gauge to appear as you're holding on the temperature button. I think I want it to appear in this area, like a big box or something. It's gonna look like this. Oh my gosh, don't judge me too harsh. Something like that. I guess if I'm doing this, it would make more sense for them to be squared, but I could also just take the bitmap and like cut off the edges and make it also rounded. So both are still valid options, I guess. And it looks like the functionality actually is lost in these buttons because they're no longer repeaters. So let me food. These in here as well. Should give the functionality back to those buttons. These have, oh, what? They highlighted? Oh, I guess they're like scroll bars. So, geez, maybe this isn't the best thing to do. Because it takes an up and a down event? Man. Okay. Maybe that wasn't worth looking into and setting up that way. Darn. Yeah, I think we might be a little screwed. We have to use the rounded rectangles. Darn it. I mean, the arrows still make it look pretty cool, I think, but just put a pusher underneath a no border regular button. That could work. I could also just draw a rectangular, like a rectangle as well over the button, and like a rectangle frame, and do it that way. I think we'll get a little bit more advanced, or a little bit more closer to the finished game, which this is actually really close. Underneath me is the progress bar. I think I could. Oh, I think we're about 60% of the way done through the game for sure. At least, I mean, I actually think it's somewhere closer to 75. The level editor is not implemented, but I mean, you have a way to play through all the levels. So the core functionality is implemented. The menu system is getting more and more fleshed out every stream. I think the editor, if I just click edit, yeah. There's a way to redraw the static level, but I think I can easily implement that. And also all the buttons. I think there's an easy way to implement the buttons the way we want, or an item selector. I wonder if there's an actual drop down selector control, form control that we can use that implements bitmaps in some way. I might have to look into that. Button. But okay, well, a lot of stuff that we did for the night, I guess. Some more fun. I felt like I was stuck at one point or another, but we ended up getting through a good chunk of it. So I think that's probably going to be it for the night. I am so freaking sunburned. Look how hot I look, or red I look. And my arms, holy cow. It's super hot down here in Texas. Okay, well, like I said, this is probably going to be it for the night. If you've missed any of it, I know Polymars, you came in a little late. Pipe Warp, you stopped by too. You know, if you guys are interested in checking out just a complete replay of the stream, you can look at the, where's it at? Right? No, right there. YouTube.com/crate. I'm gonna post all of the recent streams on there. Whenever they get streamed, they automatically get uploaded actually, so you don't have to worry about waiting or whatever. You could go back and watch it immediately. If you don't like YouTube, of course, I stream simultaneously on both YouTube and Twitch using restream.io. So if you prefer Twitch, always you can check me out at twitch.tv/thecrate. And if you want to just keep up with these streams, I'm going to be announcing them regularly, or announcing irregularities, I mean to say, over Twitter. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, right there at twitter.com/crate. I'm trying to branch out a little bit, think about some other websites to stream on, or other avenues to get more people involved, because I like the conversations that happen in here, but it would be cool if there's just a few more people from time to time. I think once Circuit Do for the Palm Pilot's finished, I'm going to move on to maybe a little bit more of a more common system like PyBadge or something like that. Something that like the Adafruit community is really into. And I have a PyBadge and a PyGamer, so I think maybe I'll simultaneously develop for both of those. But I feel like this is pretty far in development. I'll release it on my website, of course, too, which is, you can find a link to it on my Twitter. And yeah, so thanks guys for hanging out for a few hours, and I'll be back on Tuesday this week, so in a few days, 7:30 Central Standard Time, which is like Texas time. I don't know what time it is for you, but for me it's night, so I'm going to go ahead and get to bed. It's 11:30, but you know, whatever time it is there, have a good night or maybe a good morning. So thanks. I'll see you later.